Hello, folks. This is Tom Martin. This is my lottery strategy game, Decoding the Powerball. I'm picking my numbers for the drawing on September 23rd, 2017. I have 7 strategies with my game, Decoding the Powerball. So, strategy number 1, the game card color code. Okay, so if you've never seen my videos before, what you're looking at is what I call the game card. This represents all 69 white ball numbers for the Powerball lottery. I really don't have anything for the Powerball itself. My goal is to get all 5 white balls correct and win the $2 million prize with the Power Play option. Okay, so basically how this works is when the Powerball drawing gets drawn, okay, the 5 numbers go at the top of this list, okay? And what I do is I convert these numbers over to the game card as red numbers, okay? Then I do the same with orange, green, blue, and purple. Okay, so I have 5 different colors for each of the 5 white Powerball numbers, okay? So over here to the far right, I keep track of how many drawings there have been, okay? So far there's been 164 color code drawings. Okay, and out of that 164, 88 have been a 3-color combination. 62 have been a 4-color combination. 12 have been a 2-color combination, and twice have all 5 colors come up. Okay, and never have just one color like all red come up. Okay, so since hardly ever do all 5 colors come up, the strategy is try to guess which one of these colors won't be coming up and eliminate those colors off of the game card. Okay, so for this drawing, I'm going to guess that there'll be no red numbers coming up. Okay, and the reason why is because red had a really long run here of 9 in a row. So I just think it's going to miss a couple in a row. Okay, so it missed here. All right, so I think it's going to miss again. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far, okay, with no red numbers, all right? So I'm off to the next strategy. Strategy number 2, the individual numbers. Okay, so what you're looking at is what I call the individual numbers, okay? So up at the very top here is the master for all the numbers, okay? So basically how things work. Again, the winning Powerball numbers are down here. It was 39, 48, 53, 67, and 68. Okay, and here this means that it hit 4 groups. Okay, so basically there's 69 numbers. So I divided it into 7 groups. Okay, so again, there's only 5 white winning Powerball numbers here. So 2 of these groups won't be able to have a winning Powerball number to it. Okay, so the strategy is try to guess which one of these groups won't have the winning Powerball number to it and eliminate it from the game card. Okay, so what I like to do here is divide things into 5 drawings here. So this big square right here, it's good for 5 drawings, all right? So I could look back through history and see how these 5 look, all right? So for this drawing here, I'm going to guess that there'll be no 60 numbers coming up, okay? So the reason why is I count as drawing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in this square here, okay? So at the number 1 spot, the 60s have hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row here, so I just don't think it's going to be 6. So again, I'm going to eliminate all the 60 numbers off of the game card. Okay, so I'll go to the game card here. Okay, so this is it with no 60 numbers and no red numbers. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. All right, so it's off to the next strategy, the 50-50 picks. Okay, so here at the 50-50 picks, again, there's 5 white winning Powerball numbers. Okay, so there's going to be a majority of either odd numbers or even numbers. Okay, so I like to keep track of that stuff. All right, so far there's been 205 drawings since October 7th, 2015. That's when the Powerball lottery went from 59 numbers to 69 numbers. Okay, so out of that 205 drawings, 102 drawings have been the majority of odd numbers. Okay, 103 drawings have been the majority of even numbers. Okay, so what I like to do is keep track of every 5 drawings here. Okay, and the reason why is because I can see a majority of things. Okay, so for this last drawing, out of the 5 drawings, the majority were odd numbers, 4 drawings out of 5. Okay, so um, with this ratio of 4 to 1, it hardly ever comes up, or comes up every once in a great while here. Okay, so I'm going to guess that for this next one coming up, it would probably be a 3 to 2 ratio. Okay, so for this drawing, I'm going to guess that there's going to be more even numbers than odd numbers. Okay, and the reason why is because odd has the majority 4 drawings in a row. Okay, so as you look through history, you can see that 4 is a pretty long run. Okay, so I just think that it's going to go over to the evens here. Okay, so I also think that there's going to be more high numbers than low numbers. Okay, and I think there's going to be more numbers to the right side, okay, over here than the left side. And I think that there's going to be more numbers to the blue area than the red area. Okay, and now I'll show you what I do have for the Powerball number itself. There's 26 red balls, okay, for the Powerball numbers. Okay, so in this column here, blue means that it's a low ball, 1 to 13, and red is high, 14 to 26. And over here in this column, red means odds and blue means evens. Okay, so my guess for this drawing here is that this is going to be blue up here, which means it's a low number. And over here, I think it's going to be another blue number, okay, which means that it's going to be an even number. Okay, so I think the Powerball is going to be a low even number. Okay, so it's off to the next strategy, and that's strategy of group 1. Okay, so here at group 1, what I did is I divided all the numbers into 4 different groups, and I put colors to them. Okay, so when the Powerball lands in one of these, when one of the white Powerball lands in this certain group, I mark it down in the stats here. Okay, so this means the red area, blue, orange, and green. Okay, so I have 15 of these option cards, and they all kind of look the same as red, blue, orange, and green, red, blue, orange, and green. Okay, so for this drawing here, this last drawing, you can see that there was no white Powerball numbers in this blue area. Okay, so if I could have guessed that right, I could have eliminated all these blue numbers. Okay, so for this drawing here, I'm going to guess that this red area won't have any winning Powerball numbers to it. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate all these red numbers off of the game card. Okay, and for this, another one that I'm going to pick is option card number 6. Okay, so you can see the same thing of red, blue, orange, and green. Okay, so I'm going to predict that there'll be no red numbers coming up. I think that this will be a blue mark right here. Okay, meaning that no Powerball numbers landed in it. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate all these red numbers here as well. Okay, so the next one I'm going to do is option card 9. Okay, so you can see that it has hit 19 drawings in a row. Okay, one of these green numbers have hit 19 drawings in a row. So I just think that all these numbers are due to miss. So I'm going to eliminate all the green numbers off of the game card as well. Okay, so I'll go to the game card here. Okay, so here's what I have for my 50-50 picks. Again, I think there's going to be more even numbers than odd, more to the high side than the low side, more to the right side than the left side, and more to that blue area than the red area. Okay, and for group 1 here, okay, so you can see that group 1, option card number 1, no red numbers. Okay, so I block them out here. Option card 6, no red numbers as well, so I block those off. and option card 9, no green numbers, so I took those off the board as well. Okay, so this is what the board looks like so far. All right, so it's off to the next strategy, and that's strategy group 2. Okay, so I have 15 of these option cards as well. Okay, so instead of dividing things into 4 different groups like group 1, I divided things into 8 different groups. Okay, so again, there's only 5 white winning Powerball numbers here, so 3 of these groups won't be able to have a winning Powerball number to it. Okay, so the strategy is try to guess which one of these groups won't have the winning Powerball number to it and eliminate it from the game card. Okay, so I'll point out this red area here. Okay, so I keep the stats for it right down here in the red area. Okay, and I keep track of every 5 drawings. And the reason why I do that is because I want to see the majority of things. Okay, so you can see that this is a 0. And that means, like group 1 as well, that none of the 5 white winning Powerball numbers landed in this red area. Okay, and here's a 2. And of course, that means that 2 out of the 5 white winning Powerball numbers landed in this red area. Okay, so what I do, if there's 3 or more zeros, I color this blue for cold. Okay, if there's 3 or more hits, I color it red for hot. So as I go down through, if something's going to be hot for a while, well, eventually it's going to turn cold. Okay, so I think that this red area is due to become cold here, so I think that there's going to be a lot of misses here soon. Okay, but the ones that I did pick for this drawing is option card number 3, no purple numbers. Okay, so here's 3, and I'm going to eliminate these purple numbers off of the game card. Okay, and the next one is option card 4, green numbers. So I'm going to eliminate these green numbers off of the game card. All right, and then the next one is option card number 9, the purple numbers. So you can see these purple numbers of 532, 1118, 4350, and 3764. I'm going to eliminate off the game card as well. Okay, so this is for group 1, and here's group 2 again. Option card 3, no purple numbers. Option card 4, no green numbers. Option card 9, no purple numbers. Okay, so these are all the numbers I'm going to eliminate. Okay, so I eliminated all the numbers I'm going to eliminate, like I just said. And now it's time to go on to the next strategy of trying to pick the numbers that will be coming up from groups 1 and 2. Okay, so basically what I do for this is I keep track of group 2 as a whole. Okay, so what I mean by that is, again, I have 15 option cards. So I have red, blue, orange, green, purple, brown, gray, yellow areas for all 15 cards. Okay, so as you can see, the last drawing, there was 7 hits and 8 misses. Okay, so 7 and 8 equals 15. All right, so the magic number here is 8. Okay, so if there's 8 or more misses, I color this blue for cold. Okay, if there's 8 or more hits, I color it red for hot. And by doing this, this helps me able to predict what's going to be blue and what's going to be cold, what's going to be hot. Okay, what's going to be cold and what's going to be hot. So for this drawing here, I think that this blue area is going to heat up, so I think it's going to be red. All right, and I think this brown area is going to heat up as well, and I think this is going to be red as well. So what I do is I go back to group 2 here, okay, and I'll go to the first option card, okay, and I'm only looking for the blue and brown numbers here, okay, so I go to the game card and I see what's left on the game card for these blue and brown areas. Okay, so here I am at the game card, all right. So the first one, okay, is blue right here, 34 and 42. I put up here, 34, 42. And over here in the brown section, I got 14, 22, 38, 46, and 54. Okay, so I wrote those down as well. Okay, so again, I want more hits. Okay, I want a bunch of hits for these blue and brown areas. Okay, so the last strategy is to pick my numbers now. Okay, so when I go back to the original game card here, oops, as I go up, I keep track of how many groups of colors have come up. Okay, uh, different color combinations. All right, so uh, most of the time it's either a three color combination or a four color combination. Okay, so since three color combination has just come up 3 drawings in a row, I think it's going to be a four color combination this time. Okay, so uh, using the blue and brown, all right. Uh, what I did is I already picked my numbers here. Okay, so basically the numbers that I'm going to go with for this drawing, it's going to be 14, 34, 38, 47. Whoops, I'm sorry, not 47. 52 and 54. Okay, so I have orange, purple, green, orange, and blue. Okay, so that gives me that four color combination that I'm looking for. Okay, and having this number that will give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hits in the blue area. Okay, so that's more than 8, so I like that. Okay, and over in the brown section, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 as well. Okay, so that's more than 8 as well. So uh, when I go back to the overview here, again, that will make this brown section red here, and that will make the blue section red as well. Okay, so again, the numbers I'm going to go with for this drawing is 14, 34, 38, 52, and 54. Okay, so I'm always looking for people to play my game. So instead of charging a fee to play, I like to charge a commission for using my system. 1% if you get all 5 white balls correct. Okay, so you can read the fine print. And if you're interested, you can email me at trm6776@gmail.com. All right, folks, I appreciate you watching, and best of luck with your picks.